I finished getting set up here. My water's heating up. Got my figures all set up. Got some paints over there. Paintbrush is ready. All right, about a minute left. Here's my gray. $18 seconds. Just pull us away. All right, so thanks for joining me, you guys. I know the 2-minute countdown is kind of annoying, but it gets people time to log in and get going. And if you're not watching this live, you could just fast forward past it. I found out the hard way that if I try to delete the 2-minute timer later on, that it actually gets rid of all your guys' comments. Like Lance Jones, hello, thanks for joining us. Thanks for your comment. Hey, Spiker, thanks for being with us and joining us. So I can get some room here on my table. So I can sit. So today I'm going to continue working on my Skeleteen. Hey, Matt. Hey, Seth. Thanks for joining us, you guys. So this Skeleteen has gone through quite a few different revisions. And I was planning on trying to do different things. And so his first head was this head right here. And I thought it was kind of cool, but really it just did not work out right. So then I bought a figure that had this skull that I could use for a mask, because Skeleteen's supposed to be a guy wearing a mask. And this mask happens to fit on this guy. But then I wanted to add a green mohawk to him like the comic. And let me see if I can find a picture of Skeleteen first before we dive into this. I did not bring my iPad in here. Hey, Seth. All right, let me go ahead and search for it. I should have brought the comic in here with me. Let's see. Skeleteen. He-Man. Bump. Images. Okay, so here's kind of one of the images of him. You can kind of see what he looks like. And it's supposed to be that he has a mask on, not an actual skull head. And he's purplish, not grayish, but I decided to go and live with that. And then he has a coat on, and he has Skeletor armor stuff underneath. So that's why I decided to put that armor on underneath there. And there he is. So not exactly like the picture of the figure, but kind of a good fit. Basically, all I did was I took what is his name? Now I'm blanking out. Hold on a second. Lobo, that's his name. Let me get my Lobo over here. Lobo in his Bolo Jet, which I pretend is his motorcycle. There he is. Lobo. And so basically I took a Lobo and just basically took his head off and then put the Skeletor armor on him. Not really much of a custom yet. And then of course when it comes to the head, you got to try to match the paints to match. Now Lobo has a lot of gray and blues in his skin, so you have to kind of match that, and maybe even a slight tint of purple. So before, I think I used these 4 colors to make it, but this time I'm going to try to use the more expensive paints to see if I can create that skin tone look. So let's see how tight his head is on there. Oh, I can pull it off. Cool. Oh, I forgot about how small his head pin was on there. So somebody told me about this figure here, and so I went and hunted this down on Fleabay until I found it. And here he has a green mohawk, and this face just looks too heroic. I mean, it looks like he's a good guy right off the bat. I mean, he has kind of that heroic features to him. Where this guy, he looks like he's not very heroic, so that's why I wanted to use this head here. He looks more like he could be someone who's not the standard heroic features. And he's got some cool things along with him that would be kind of fun to use. Like this armor right here might be kind of handy to use for somebody. So that's cool. And I'm probably going to add these forearm pieces to my custom that I'm working on now. Because if you look at the picture, he does have some sharp, spiky forearm pieces. So that'll work good. And basically, I want this head. So let's go ahead and get that head out of there. Now, I did find some people selling just the head online, but just the head alone was pretty expensive. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to get the whole figure. There we go. I got that off, and he has a small spike too. And what's cool about this is this green spike comes off. So once the spike's off, I can just stick this skull head over it. If I want, I could put the spike back on top of the skull head, which is pretty cool. Now to figure out some way to mount it on there so it can go on there easily. But I think that's pretty cool to be able to just take off the spike and stick it where I want. I guess it goes this way on his head, but I'll probably have it go the other way on the skull. All right, but the trick is now we got to paint this to match the body. You know what? I forgot to grab something to... Let's see if first of all if it fits on here before I get too far. Actually, that fits really good. Look at that. You know, I could even just go just like that. And leave him completely Caucasian. Oh. And put this on top. But now I got his head kind of stuck in there as it is kind of a tight fit. Okay. Let's go ahead and get his head out of there. Get your head out, man. Ugh. There we go. Now it's fitting on there tighter. Of course, now it's sitting a lot lower on his neck, though, too. Looks kind of a little bit strange now. It's kind of stretched on his neck, but that's okay. Most of the time, he'll be wearing the skull head anyway. All right, let's take a look at your guys' comments. Hey, Todd, I follow you on Instagram and send you pictures and messages on Instagram Messenger. Cool. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate that. Maria, thanks for joining us. Hey, Mike, you made it. Cool. Kristen, thanks for being here. Pez, thanks for being here too. Look at all them skulls. Yes, I am collecting quite a lot of Spirited Gray skulls. As you can see, getting ready for selling them. I already have one on eBay tonight. This one here I just added tonight. And earlier in the evening, I added my error one. And starting bid for both of them is $1. I have a link in the description that goes to this one. So if you guys want to bid on this one, you can to start it off. And this one's also starting bid $1. But this is my error one. It doesn't have the extra ring. See the extra ring that the other ones have in order to fit on that pin. So I don't expect this one to go as high. That's why I didn't paint it, because it is the error one. And then of course I have my giant one on there. It's going to end this weekend too. So there you go. All right. Enough talking about that. Let's go ahead and get this guy painted. So one of the tricks I have to do is find something to stick in this paintbrush will work. There we go. Ta-da! You know what? I have to go clean his head. I forgot to clean his head. Oh, I got some clean wipes right here. Perfect. Perfect. And I got some paper towels to do a dry wipe afterwards. Ooh. So we are set. Now the trick is to leave his teeth white, his eyes blue, his eyebrows brown, and his hair green. So that is the trick, to try to leave as much as we can the right color. And just to put a slight wash. Now I've never used the new paints I'm using now to make a wash, so I'm kind of a little bit hesitant. I'm afraid the color may not be strong enough, but we'll try it out and see. All right, so let's see if we can first mix it. And if not, I have the standing colors that I used last time in case those don't work. And then after I'm done, of course, I'll put a huge thick clear coat on it as well. So let's go ahead and start mixing some colors. And since gray is one of his main tones, to make my gray, I got my black and my white. So we'll just go ahead and put a little bit of white. Whoa! That squirted out more than I wanted. Just a little bit of black. This black is a very strong color when it comes to mixing paints. And we'll just aim this so you guys can see the mixing going on. And then just a little bit of blue. Should I shake this one up first? Oh man, that came out way too blue. It's crazy sometimes trying to mix the colors to get them just right. There we go. Where is that black? Now it's funny, I don't really want black to darken it. I'm just trying to get it more to make it more gray. There we go. That color looks pretty good. It's so thin though, I don't think it's going to work. Let me go and find a spot to paint on him to see how that matches. And look at that, that matches really good. So let's go ahead and see how it goes on his face. Oh, that was bad planning. I used the paintbrush that I stirred it with. Oh, that's fine. I'll just use another brush. Yeah, this paint's just way too thin. I don't think it's going to overpower the skin tone enough to work without a lot of coats. We'll try it first and see. And then if it doesn't, then we will resort to different colors. You know what? I just switched my glasses. I brought some stronger glasses in so I can see better. There we go. Hey, I can see better now. I can see clearly now, my glasses are on. Should I hire a live band to come in here while I'm doing this so you guys can hear some cool music that's not copyrighted? It's funny. I had a friend. He actually tried out for a show like America's Got Talent. And his talent, you probably have seen him on my channel before, is speed drawing. He can draw people and objects and everything else super fast and good enough that you can tell exactly what he's drawing and who he's drawing. So if he draws somebody, you know it's Ronald Reagan, or you know that it's whoever the person is he's trying to draw. Well, anyway, so he went to the talent show and they said, "Oh yeah, that's a good talent, but can you sing too while you're doing it?" And he's like, "What? Sing too while I'm doing it?" He was there just to show him his drawing talent, not to sing. He's not a singer. And so he tried, and they're like, "Yeah, you can go home now." He was so disappointed because his talent is drawing, not singing. But they wanted to know if he could sing too. So you can tell your friends, "What'd you do last night?" "I watched this guy on YouTube paint a head bluish gray." "What'd you do last night?" Sorry, I can't look at your guys' comments. So please chat amongst yourselves because I'm trying to paint this so I can't look at the screen. So it'd be cool to do this on Zoom. Then you guys could holler at me. "Hey, you're doing something wrong. Try this technique." Okay. Now the more tricky parts. I'm going to get a little bit smaller brush here. A little bit smaller now. Now it's funny, I just realized the inside of his mouth is not black, but skin Caucasian color, the same plastic. A lot of times in figures when they paint them, they'll do the inside of the mouth. A different color like black or something, or red. So I may have to get a really small brush to get inside there and make the inside of his mouth black. I know, it'd probably be easier at this point just to redo the head from scratch and just paint the whole thing with spray paint. I think I might go get some cutters and cut off his earrings. I don't think he has earrings in the comic book. Yeah, it kind of does add to his aesthetic of what we're looking for, but I think I might take those off. Oh, sorry, I'm getting out of frame, aren't I? Whoop. It's just so hard to paint eyes. That's why I don't want to redo him. That's why I'm being very careful not to get inside his eyes. All right. Here's this one artist I watch sometimes. The guy's name's Jazz, and it's amazing the stuff he does. I am not Jazz, so no amazingness from this paintbrush. Let me stay in frame. So close. All right, I'm gonna let this dry a little bit and I'll hit it with some more in a minute. I'm gonna grab my cutters and cut off his earrings and I will be right back. So far so good though, huh? Not bad for a first coat. Just let him sit right over there. You guys can stare at him. And I'll be right back. Yeah, that's the earrings I'm cutting off. All right, I am back with tools. Before I get cutting this, let's take a look at your guys' comments. Hey, thanks, Jamie. I appreciate it. How do you avoid the paint from lifting or flaking? I have to watch more of your videos if you start singing them. That's funny. All right. So let's go ahead and do some chopping of his earrings. See if you can get these off here without causing too much damage. There we go. One side not too bad. Now let's try the other side. All right, those don't look too bad. Let's go ahead and clean those right up with some blue paint. Roop. Roop. Perfect. No. Good enough. Yep. So the way I avoid chipping and stuff is I will coat this with lots and lots of coats of clear paint. And it's funny, if you use the matte clear paint, it actually is very forgiving because it will actually fill in little gaps and spots you missed and make your paint job look a whole lot cleaner than you really did it. And so it's kind of funny is I'll paint something, I'll show my wife, she goes, yeah, it looks okay. And then I'll go back and do the clear paint and she's like, oh, it looks really nice. So it's kind of funny. Sometimes that clear paint will hide your bad brush strokes and other flaws you have. And so it's a nice little trick to use that matte paint. Now, if you use the gloss paint, it will actually show your mistakes more, which is the opposite of what you want. But the matte paint seems to hide them more. So it all depends on what you're after, right? I'm not sure how I'm going to paint the inside of that mouth without getting those teeth. I might just leave it. Just call it good enough. He's got one little bald spot here on his eyebrow. You know, I should probably use black there. Let me just grab a little chunk of black here. Stick that on his eyebrow. There we go. That will work. All right, now I got this other brush here to smooth in the other spots. Just to kind of do the final brush on him. Now, if I wanted to, I could do a wash on him too, which sometimes adds a little bit to it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. I'll see how close it matches. If it matches really good, no wash. If it doesn't match good, throwing a wash on can sometimes hide the fact that you didn't match the colors just right. And the actual figure does have some wash on him, so he's not a straight solid color all the way through. So having a wash might actually fix some of those issues. We'll see how it looks though. As I mentioned before, the trick is to keep using the brush on the paint. Otherwise you get brush strokes and you get globs. So I like to keep running the brush over again and again, and it just gives it that look like it's been airbrushed on, even though you just brushed it on. So the way to get rid of brush strokes is by just smoothing them out with a brush, real fine bristles. And you can see that it's not looking too bad. All right, ta-da, not too bad. I am working on making a Skeleteen, and here's the body I'm sticking it on. And so I was trying to match the color the best I can. And so that's this right here. I'm now going to grab a Q-tip just to clean out the eyes a little bit and some water, and that should probably fix any issues I have. And then I'm going to coat it with lots and lots and lots of clear to protect it from having any issues with paint coming off. right, I'm going to head downstairs and paint this. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. Look at the cool Spirit of Grayskulls in the background. Why I coat this with clear. Now the clear paint will also soak into this paint and make this paint more permanent. So once you do that, that's it. It is done. It is solid. It is not coming back off. So you want to make sure you get all your touch-ups just right, because there's no coming back once you add those clear spray paint to it. All right, that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Burp, burp, burp. All right, I'll be right back. The start of the figure was this wrestling figure here. So here's the box right here. And it was the rocker set from Create WWE star, and the body was from the Build-A-Figure Lobo figure. All right, I'll be right back, you guys. Actually, I was getting ready to paint it, and I realized there's a spot on the side of his nose that is not filled in. Let me grab that really quick and fix that spot. There we go. Just double checking every spot. Make sure you wash behind your ears, man. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to go paint it. I'll be right back. There he is. Ooh, back, you guys. Those that just joined, I just went downstairs and painted this head with a clear coat. Now I got my heat gun so I can dry this thing quickly. There it is. All right. Oh. Hey, you made it to a live show. Thanks, Brian. Just painting the head. There you go. All right, I'm debating whether painting inside the mouth or not black. I still haven't decided. This should dry pretty quick. Let me find something to fan this off with. Here we go. I will use the Karita box. And basically just got to create a nice little wind going across it to fan it out, cool it down, dry it off. Now the paint I use is about a 15-minute dry time normally, but using the heat gun and using the fan method usually helps speed up the process quite a bit. That is bugging about the mouth. I'm going to have to put some black in there or something, I think. Let's see how it looks first, and then I might come back through and add some black paint into the mouth. I can still feel it's a little bit soft, so have to be careful, but you can see how that looks. Not too shabby. All right. It's time to fill the mouth with black. I can't take it no more. Thanks, Brian. Hey, Richard, I appreciate you being here. Dean, thanks for being here. Skeleteen, yep. Okay, I'm going to use a super long brush like this with a super small point at the end. That way I just put a little drop of black on the tip of it and get it way deep inside his mouth. As long as I'm careful with my aiming, I shouldn't have any problem. So, is that small enough? Yeah, that might work. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so I need my black. Black, 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 black. Now I just want it on the tip because I don't want to get his teeth or anything else. So we're just going to get the tip of this black. And that's it. And then we're going to jam it inside his mouth and hopefully miss his teeth. Okay, I got half of it done. Now for the other half. Sorry, I'm out of camera range, you guys. I looked at the camera to see where I was at accidentally. There we go. That looks a little better. Oh, instead of the skin color. That was driving me crazy. All right, let's let that sit a little longer. I'm going to go clean my paintbrushes really quick, and I'll be right back while I'm cleaning them. And by the time I come back, it should be nice and ready to continue on with our next steps. I guess maybe I could make his lips blue, but I don't think I'm going to. I'll leave his lips just the way they are. That looks pretty good. He does look like an evil guy. Evil! Finish washing those later. Don't want to forget. All right, so I do want to add those armbands back on. Now what I do sometimes is I will take and put the paint like that so it can stay wet with the two cups. Yeah, I know. I was debating about the lips or not. It's gonna be so hard to paint though. Oh. Okay, okay, okay. You do it right to do it right, right? Let me get another small brush. Okay. Let's try to paint his lips. I'm going to use this blue I already mixed up with the darker blue because his lips should be darker. And this is beyond my normal skill level, so bear with me as I try to do this. Okay. Oh, now I'm nervous. You guys are making me grow. Okay, let me aim this down because I'm going to actually get it close to me so I can see what I'm doing here. Ah, I can't get my brush right in the right spot where I want it. All right, yeah, that does look better. Okay, now for his upper lip. Nope. Sorry, you guys. Burp. Perfect, no, but better. Yeah, I suppose. What do you guys think? I look better? Melt the eyes and nose out. That is true, Bat fan number one. All right. I will just use this around the eyes. What the heck? My paint's drying though on me. I hate it right when you do it, your eyes kind of cross a little bit. It's like, ah. Okay, now for the other eye. And I will go and clear coat them one more time. Now that we got a little bit more blue on him. Okay, what do you guys think? Better? Is that right? Is that right? All right, let me go ahead and do one more coat of blue or clear on him really quick. I will be right back. Where did I stick? Oh, I put it in the other room. That's right. Okay. But you guys look at the Spirit of Gray Skulls again. Oh. I get this to clear again really quick. We're right back. All right, I hit it with clear coat again. Let's go ahead and dry it off. See? Ooh, it's all shiny because it's still wet. Now the old heat gun. This guy definitely has a lot of clear coat on him now. Let's see. Eric says, you missed my message about Snake Mountain. I said, I think the old Snake Mountain, they might do some changes and make the whole thing in plastic. All right. Dark blue lip color. All right, it's still too damp to pull it off there and stick it on his head, on his body, but you guys kind of get the idea. And then once the paint dries for a couple days, I'll be able to put this back on. I might make some extra slits in here just to make it go on and off easier. And then I'll have to figure out some way to attach this to the top of the skull. And like I said, I'm going to put it on there backwards like this. But you know what? I might just even just glue it on there instead of swapping it back and forth. Then this will go on top. So there we go. There is my Skeleteen custom head to go on my Skeleteen body. All right. So that's all I got. What apps do you use for stop motion? Eric, that is a great question. I'll actually answer that when I do my stop motion stuff. I do have a couple of things already showing some of the stuff for stop motion I use, but I will definitely be showing you the stuff I use for stop motion. The biggest app I use mostly is, let me look it up really quick on my phone, is Lapsit. Lapsit's what I use mostly for my stop motion. But I think it's came out better than the other heads I had. Where are they? So this head was the last one I did last time. And then this head was the one before that. I think I finally got a pretty good head that I'm going to stick with. While this is drying, I forgot. I want to stick on the armbands. So we can get these to fit on there. Because these will be kind of a cool piece to add. Oh yeah, look at that. Just adds an extra little detail to the figure. Oh, why doesn't that one fit as well? Did I get two of the same side? Nope. Weird. It fits really good on the left, but not so good on the right. Anyway, so there we go. There is his extra armbands. Kind of matches gloves. Cool, cool. And hopefully soon I'll have a completed Skeleteen now that I have a head for him. All right, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next video. And don't forget to click the link in the description to check out this right here. That's what the link goes to. And again, like I said, the starting bid on it's $1. And soon I'll have others for sale too. All right, like and subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you next video. Hey, you guys, all of you, thanks for joining me. Bye now.